They built massive cities, invented languages, carved temples from stone, and then vanished. Throughout history, entire civilizations have risen, thrived, and disappeared without a trace. Who were they? Where did they go, and why did they vanish? Today we explore 20 of the most mysterious lost civilizations that history almost forgot. But archaeology is slowly uncovering. The Indus Valley civilization. Flourishing around 2500 BCE in modern-day Pakistan and India, this civilization had advanced plumbing, city planning, and trade. But its language is still undeciphered. The Maya. The Maya built massive pyramids and tracked the stars, but their powerful cities were abandoned by the 9th century. The reason? Still debated. The Olmecs, famous for their colossal stone heads, the Olmecs lived in Mesoamerica before the Maya. Yet no one knows what caused their decline. Göbekli Tepe. Older than Stonehenge, this site in Turkey was buried intentionally over 10,000 years ago. But by whom and why is a puzzle. The Nabateans, builders of Petra, the city carved into rose-colored cliffs. Their trade empire vanished, leaving behind majestic ruins in the Jordanian desert. The ancestral Puebloans, Anasazi, they created intricate cliff dwellings in the American Southwest, then suddenly disappeared by the 1300s, possibly due to drought or conflict. The Minoans, Europe's first advanced civilization, thrived on Crete. A massive volcanic eruption may have triggered their downfall around 1450 BCE. The Hittites, once rivals to Egypt, the Hittite Empire disappeared from history for centuries, until archaeologists rediscovered their records in the 20th century. The Clovis culture. Among the first known peoples in North America, the Clovis left behind distinctive tools, but their entire culture disappeared mysteriously. The Etruscans, pre-Roman rulers of Italy, the Etruscans influenced art, religion, and architecture, but much of their language and culture remains undeciphered. The Khmer Empire. Builders of Angkor Wat, the Khmer ruled much of Southeast Asia. Their empire collapsed by the 1400s, leaving vast jungle-covered ruins. The Sogdians, masters of the Silk Road. These Persian traders connected east and west, but faded into obscurity after Islamic expansion. The Mississippian culture centered at Cahokia near modern-day St. Louis. This mound-building society vanished before Europeans arrived. Disease, collapse, we still don't know. The Lycians, seafaring people of ancient Turkey. The Lycians left behind rock-cut tombs, but few written records. Their language is barely understood. The Tartessians, possibly the source of Atlantis myths. Tartessos was a wealthy seafaring kingdom in ancient Spain. Its location is still debated. The Aksumite Empire, an African empire once rivaling Rome, Aksum traded gold and ivory, built massive stone obelisks, and then declined into silence. The Sumerians. They invented writing, math, and the wheel, but were eventually absorbed by conquering empires. Their legacy survives, though much is still mysterious. The Cucuteni Trypillians, an ancient European culture that built huge settlements and vanished around 3000 BCE. Their disappearance is still unexplained. The Norte Chico civilization, one of the oldest in the Americas. Norte Chico built pyramids in Peru around 3000 BCE, without ceramics or known writing. The Rapa Nui of Easter Island, builders of the giant Moai statues. The Rapa Nui civilization declined mysteriously, possibly due to environmental collapse or internal conflict. History is filled with whispers from the past, cities buried in jungle, languages lost in time, and people who vanished without explanation. Which of these civilizations intrigued you the most? If you enjoy exploring the forgotten corners of history, stick with us. There's much more to uncover.